From the Opubco studios at Britton and Broadway, this is OU Football with Jake Trotter. I'm Jenny Carlson. Jake, the Cougars and the Sooners match up on Saturday, not on Sunday. It's going to feel like Sunday, though, at Jerry World. But BYU has such a strong tradition of quarterbacks. Guys that you forgot have played there are some of the best in football, have played in the NFL. What is behind the heart of why BYU is such a great quarterback school?
Well, I think part of it was in the early 1980s, nobody was throwing the football, but BYU was, and they were throwing it a lot, and that attracted some talented quarterbacks to Provo. Jim McMahon, Steve Young, Ty Detmer, Robbie Bosco. There's a ton of guys that were great players and that went to BYU because they wanted to throw the football.
What sort of legacy does that sort of thing have? Is it still rippling today, you feel like, guys that played 20, 25 years ago at BYU?
Well, even today, even though they aren't quite as strong as they were in the 80s, BYU still has one of the top 5 quarterback traditions in college football, which is saying something. And what's interesting about their game Saturday is they play a team in Oklahoma who is developing one of the best quarterback traditions in college football. Maybe in the last 10 years, nobody's had the success that OU has, although they don't have one thing that the USCs of the world have, and they're hoping that Sam Bradford can deliver that, and that's an NFL guy who goes on to the next level and becomes a standout and is a guy that Sooner coaches and recruiting can point to, say, hey, like an Adrian Peterson for running backs, we have this guy, look what you can be if you come here.
Yeah, an interesting thing to look at. Stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.